It's a crucial time in the league for tonight's 6 players.
All the biggest names in the world are here, but they don't have me faced. I'm here to win it all.
I'm here to play in and hopefully with a little bit of luck win the Premier League.
I've won the titles, I've won the championships. What I really want is the Premier League.
I won the first World Series of Poker Europe, and I'm now here at the Premier League to try to get another title.
Sometimes you should be frightened of the lion that doesn't roar.
I'm the Premier League champion, and I'm hoping not to make a complete fool of myself this time.
Players have gathered in the green room to get in some last-minute gambling. Check out the point standings, and those not in this heat are here to watch events unfold. Well, looking at the league table, all eyes will be on Tom Dwan tonight. If he gets a big score here, a win, he's guaranteed to make that final table. Any good placings will give him a good chance of maintaining the top 4. The big implications are for that playoff zone, though, this evening. Vicky Corin, Tony G, and Roland DeWolf, all on similar point standings. They're going to be looking ahead and looking over their shoulders, trying to stay in the top 8 and give themselves a chance to make top 4 for their next match. And in the relegation zone, for Annette Oberstadt and Andy Black, it is really time to put up. They need a win. And if they go out first, then they could be in really tough shape, or perhaps even eliminated. Talk about the pressure being on. If you don't have bottle, you're going to get spilt on this table. Big implications for the middle of the leaderboard. Pressure on everybody except perhaps the young 22-year-old big gun, Tom Dwan. Chips on the table. Yellow chips worth 1,000. Blues are 2. Reds 5,000 each. 100,000 in front of every player. Joined by a pretty interested watcher in Nanad, Medic and Nanad. Do you know what you need to have happen here to stay in the race?
Well, I haven't had the greatest start, so I'm kind of in the bottom of the heat, and I only have one more round to go. So I'm gonna need to win in order to give myself a chance, and then I'm probably gonna need Tom Dwan to either win or get second, and I'm gonna need Andy Black to either win or get second. So I'm gonna need the rest of them who are middle pack to kind of not do so well. So, but either way, it'll be interesting. It should be a good show right here because they're all in the hunt to make it to the final.
Roland's limped here with the ace-8, and Tony G is letting him have a free flop with the 10s.
Yeah, the interesting limp there by Tony G. He's playing it pretty safe.
Little does Tom Dwan know what power is out there, but this 4,000 bet should.
Everybody likes it.
Roland just called.
It's a pretty safe card for Roland. I think Tom may give this one up, especially since he got 2 callers. Roland is playing it pretty safe here.
He's really trying to keep this pot small, isn't he?
Yeah.
Check.
Finally!
5,000 plus.
It was the kind of thing where if the pot gets bigger, then Tom has more incentive to make a super bluff, right?
Tony G is very tempted here because Roland could have the flush draw. He may pay this off.
Ace is up.
He got the maximum value here.
And it was a nice bet on the river. A lot of people wouldn't have made that bet on the river, would they have?
Yeah. They might. Yeah, that was a very good bet and worked out well for him.
There's one thing that Roland loves. It's kind of getting a little extra value out of Tony G.
Yeah.
There seems to be something about the two of them.
500,000.
There's going to be some verbal warfare coming up, I believe.
At the end, it cost Roland.
I like you, Roland.
It's okay, buddy.
Pass.
If I had have hit the flash, I might have won the tournament. Then that's the other thing. If I didn't make a mistake.
Call.
And I'm guessing Vicky is kind of happy that she's going to kind of get to see what Andy and Roland do before she has to act on her hand most of the time. She's got her eyes on those 2 players. Like.
Yep. They're the ones that they're kind of not really desperation, but they're the ones that need to get some points here. And an interesting flop right here. Vicky might get herself into trouble here. Wow. Actually, Tom and Andy both have the 10. Wow, this is going to be very interesting.
Call.
And Black is going to slow play this because Dwan could have anything, including complete air. Is that the idea?
Well, that is, yeah, there's different ways of playing it. Some players like to fast play their big hands. Vicky may raise this.
Raise to 17.
This is going to be an interesting hand right here. Very interesting. Vicky is probably done with this hand after she gets action, but it's going to be interesting to see what Tom does here, and then also what Andy does.
Just feeling that it's a really dangerous raise from Vicky.
Even if Tom raises here, Andy Black is kind of in a tough situation. Andy is going to have to raise it here, I believe. Yep, there he goes.
Too many cards out there that could complete some weird draw, and you have to just end it. I mean, is that the idea?
Yeah. There's the Jack 9, the King Jack. There's a lot of there's a lot of draws out there, and he just wants to get the money in right here.
I mean, doesn't Vicky have to tell herself, look, Andy called, and then has, I mean, it's come back around to him. Her hand is so dead. Andy has to have a 10 here, right?
Pass.
Is there any way Andy cannot have a 10
Andy
here?
or Tom. I can see Tom folding this hand. I think he's good enough to fold this hand. Even though he is very aggressive, this is a situation. This is going to show his true colors. But it is very, very tough to fold. But it's pretty, I don't know. It's pretty obvious that Andy does have the 10 here. Andy almost can't be making a move. So this would be a very impressive fold by Tom. And I think he's capable of making this fold.
Wow. If he's giving himself a chance to get away from this, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That's wild.
It's just the way the action happened. It's very hard, but I think if anybody is capable, I think he is.
Well, he's taking the chip out. I don't.
Looks like he's gonna. Oh, he's thinking twice. It'd be an excellent fold if he can think it through, and yep, there he goes. There he goes.
And that is really world class, and from a guy who's as aggressive as Tom, I mean,
the way the action came down, very, very impressive fold. But the way the action came down, he just figured it out that Andy cannot be making a move there. He has to have a 10, and his 3 kicker can't be good. So world class fold there by Tom.
Wow, and it has to be one of the marks of the great players is the edges in their game. Not only can they just make all kinds of moves with nothing, but able to lay down hands.
Yeah, you have to.
Nice answer.
Poker, there's a lot of thing involved, a lot of different elements involved in poker, and laying down hands, even especially him being an aggressive player and having the image of being an aggressive player, he was still able to make that great fold. That's what makes him. That's what makes him a great player.
Vicky's raised this to 6, and
Call.
Queen 3. Only if he folds. It's not good if he calls.
And that's just called behind her. Tom's not folding this, is he?
He's gonna see a flop with this one. He likes to re-raise a lot, but this is the type of hand where you like to see a flop and try to. There's a lot of big draws it can hit with this hand. Although he's reaching for chips.
Oops.
You just see what his stack is. His stack is 72 right now, Nanad. I mean,
72, yep.
You're dancing, and we're all looking.
If he makes a re-raise, isn't he committing himself?
He might be, 6,000. Yeah. I don't see him re-raising and folding the hand, so.
You just grab his chips, throw them in, and then you put your.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does here. I see him calling, actually. Oh, wow.
Re-raise, all in.
It's too much money.
Very strong play right there. He's here to play.
He is, and I mean, for Vicky, it's a tough situation, isn't it? He knows he's putting her in a tough situation.
Wow,
and it's
quickly folds. Wow.
That has to do with tactics of the leaderboard, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody's afraid to go out in 6th place, so he's forcing the